I think most people are very apprehensive about sitting at the kitchen table, and they're very nervous about it and worried about it and don't know if they can do it. And frankly, I think they're scared of it. So we have a couple of ways of dealing with it here as a company and as a leader and as a person trying to build your business. One, you can train them. You can sit there, you can do classes, you can get all the schedule, you can show them, you can practice it in the classroom, you can go through all the stuff, read it, and I promise you it will do nothing except make them more afraid. Or you can get them in the field and sit down at the kitchen table as soon as you can and get them to overcome what they're afraid of. And once they begin to do that, you'll begin to see real growth in your organization and in your team. Let me tell you a story. You look at, the world has changed dramatically, obviously, in the last 5,000 years. But, 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago, if you were a man and a wife with 3 or 4 sons or whatever, and you wanted to expand your holdings and your territories, you went over the hill with your horses and your spears and your guns, and you hoped that you came back with more land than you started with. And let's face it, imagine how frightful that must have been. Over and over again that happened. You were afraid. You wanted to grow. You had to do something really frightened you. But certain men, crossed the Rubicon, and they did what they had to do, and they grew. Well, what's the 20th century warrior do? How do we grow? In Primerica, you know what it is? The kitchen table. You master it. You learn it. You overcome your fear there. You go through it 25 or more times. If you make 25 sales at the kitchen table, you will have run into every kind of difficulty you're ever going to run in here. And if you plow through that, you come out with an incredible amount of confidence. And then, when you listen to all our talks and all our tapes and how to do the business, it begins to apply to you because it makes sense. But it doesn't apply to you when you're afraid of the kitchen table and don't go through it and don't know how to close, because you have to hang back. You can't get it done. So that's what I feel. I feel like the kitchen table is your gauntlet.